This is going to be the most difficult video I've done to date. Let's get right on into it. What's going on, everybody? Nathan here with the Everyday Drinker, bringing you guys a brand new episode. And as you guys can see, we have 6 glasses in front of us. We have hit the finale of the best samples battle. We have had samples sent to us from many people. We have had samples sent from SLB Basement Bourbon Bar, Kurt and Trenton. Thank you. Can't thank you enough. We've had samples sent from the Minor Bros, Matt and Pat. Can't thank you guys enough for the samples. And awesome subscribers such as Andrew Doc. Thank you so much for the samples as well. Now, we have hit the finals, and we have 6 samples in front of us. And those 6 samples include Stagg Jr. Batch 17. We also have Michters 10-year. We have Old Forester Birthday Bourbon 2020. We have Bardstown Discovery 8. Old Fitzgerald 14-year Fall 2020. And finally, Weller Full Proof. So everything has been mixed. Everything has been spun. We have all 6 samples out in front of us. But before we get to drinking, I just want to thank you guys so much for the love and support. Make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and subscribing down below. We're almost to 1,400 subscribers. That is unbelievable. Make sure you guys are subscribing, because if you want your chance to win a bottle of Eagle Rare 10-year bourbon, you got to be subscribed. So make sure we do that. I also put a challenge out there last week. Not sure if we're going to hit it, but it's totally up to you guys. If we hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year, that would be my absolute dream goal. But that's totally up to you guys. Also, Patreon link down below. We have been doing awesome stuff over there, so make sure you check that out. But let's stop it with the boring stuff, and let's get into the fun stuff and drink some whiskey. As you guys know, we do left to right, and then I fast forward through the right to left and bring you guys my final lineup. So glass number 1. There's this like banana cream pie going on in there. Some cherries, touch of vanilla. Man, what is that other note in there? It's like creme brulee almost. I guess you could say there's a creme brulee-esque going on in that glass, which is very pleasant. Has a little mintiness going on too. Maybe a touch of coconut too, which is really strange. But let's get into the palate. Wow. Super sweet, super mild, low proof, low proof. All of these range. They range in proof, they range in age, they range in distillery. These are all completely different. That guy right there is really nice. But a very low proof. Very low. Vanillas, soft vanillas, little oak bitterness going on. Nothing really standing out though from what I've gathered from those first 2 sips. So let's move on to glass number 2. Much more darker fruits, a touch of a cherry, a little strawberry too, maybe a touch of like a grape as well. There's a dark brown molasses, like super dark, rich brown sugar going on. Smells fantastic. There's a touch of like a confectioner sugar going on as well. Smells so good. All of these are going to be fantastic. It's just on who is going to step to the plate and hit that home run, unlike the Phillies in Game 4. Sorry about that, guys. I was really upset last night watching the Phillies get no hit in the World Series. That was kind of pathetic. But this might be a grand slam. Wow. Super sweet. Lots of sugar comes through. Residual sugars. Brown sugar. Molasses. That molasses on the nose comes in. Hits the palate. Another lighter proofer. Tastes like. But coats the palate. Finishes long. Has a nice like toasted bread note going on the back end of the palate, which is very nice. At this moment, glass 2 is in front of glass 1. Let's move on to glass number 3. Wow. Glass 3 has a dark cherry. Like a nice medicinal dark cherry. There's a little bit of like a maple-esque, like maple leaves going on. Brown sugar as well. A little tobacco. Nice tanned leather. That smells so good. A little higher proof on the nose, it smells like too. A little pine nuts, not pine nuts, little pine needles going on. Like you're walking through a pine, like the pine barrens. Smells so good. Let's get into the palate, guys. Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. There, that's a higher proof for sure. Definitely a higher proof. Hits you right off of the bat with this like strawberry creamsicle. Hits you right on the palate, rolls right over the tongue, thick and creamy like ice cream, melts on your mouth. Really, really good. Dries your tongue out, makes your tongue water after it dries it out, so you know there's some oakness going on in there. Really, 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 really good. Definitely in the lead at the moment. Has a beautiful cherry note. That strawberry creamsicle is very, very prominent. And wow, that is fantastic. Fantastic. But glass number 4. There's an orange citrus going on in this one. It's a little bit more brighter than a dark fruit going on. I'm getting a little bit of like a musty oak, but then there's that orange that comes through. A little peach going on too. Like there's a lot of fruit. It's a very fruity nose, but it's all like it's been sitting on an oak branch. Like it's all from an oak. Confectioner sugar, smells super sweet. Let's get into the palate. Oh yeah, that's good. Wow, holy cow. It's super bright, super, super bright. Definitely very, very warming. Homey has a like this like dried hay bale going on esque, barnyard sweet, like a light brown sugar, a touch of molasses in there. There's a touch of maple. Oh, that's really good. These two right here are definitely in contention for number 1. Really good. There's a nice like soft maraschino cherry that comes in on glass number 4 at the tail end. The finish is still going. Really, really pleasant. Not as drying and bitter as number 3. More sweet and like there's definitely that oakness going on, but it's not as strong and prevalent as it is in glass 3. But let's move on to glass number 5, guys. 5 Guys? Burgers? Really good. Is it weird to say I smell blueberries in that? Is it weird to say blueberries in bourbon? It smells like blueberries. That's so strange. There's this maple syrup going on. Thick and syrupy. Cinnamon spice is the spiciest out of the 5 so far. There's a lot of spice, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of clove. It's almost like a pumpkin apple pie maybe. Just like the crumble on top with a little bit of powdered sugar. But that blueberry, it's so strong, that blueberry. It's weird why I'm getting blueberries. But see if we find blueberries in the palate. That is really good. That is really good. Okay. There's a lot going on in that glass. It's so good. Holy cow. There's so much vanilla and caramel that it just overwhelms the palate. There's no blueberry on the palate. There's a lot of sweetness, and it is so, so strong. There's this beautiful creme brulee with like mixed berries on top. You get the toasted crumble, and then this apple tart comes through. You're getting a little apple, a little peach. It's a lot of like sweeter fruits that have been cooked down in a reduction with cinnamon, clove, and a little nuttiness. And it is just a beautiful, balanced bourbon. Wow. This glass 5 is so far in the lead at the moment that it's not even close. You have these two, then you've got these two, then you've got glass 5 that is just, it's a stepping stone into fantasticness. And I have no idea what's going to be in glass 6. But at the moment, if I had to choose winner without even tasting 6, it would be 5. But we have to taste 6. So let's see what's in glass 6. A little earthier than anything else on here. It smells like a dewy grass field. There's a little bit more earthiness going on. Herbal, getting a little mint, dark chocolate. Like this is the darkest out of everything so far, I think. That dry dark chocolate. There's a hint of mint It's almost like a thin mint Girl Scout cookie on the nose. Wow, that's really, really nice and pleasant. But let's get into the palate and see if I can taste the Girl Scout cookie. No Girl Scout cookie on the palate. It's more of like, that one is probably the most bitter out of all of them. It's got this bitter S that just hits the tongue immediately. And it sends it into overdrive trying to find some sweetness. And the sweetness isn't really there. At the tail end, I'm getting like almost like a Granny Smith apple. Like it's that sweet, but it's like not super sweet. It's that bitter, like almost sourness going on. It's not the most like rambunctious out of the 6 of them, but I wouldn't say it's my least favorite. I have to go back through one more time, see which one really stands out, and we'll get back to you guys ASAP. All right, guys, so we're going to go through these one more time, fast forward them for you guys, and bring you guys the final tier list. All right, guys, we have our finals, and we have everything lined out in the order that I deem necessary and fit for the winners. Let's find out who came in 6th place. 6th place goes to number 2, and number 2 was Old Forester Birthday Bourbon 2020. Very, very interesting. Was not expecting that whatsoever. Let's find out who came in 5th place. 5th place is number 1, which is Michters 10-year. Very interesting. Let's find out who came in 4th place. Number 5. Number 5 goes to Old Fitzgerald 14-year. Wow. That's the one that I am very, very, very surprised in. Let's find out who came in 3rd place. 3rd place goes to number 4. Number 4 is Weller Foolproof. The moment we've all been waiting for. What is the best allocated sample that has been sent my way? The winner goes to either Bardstown Discovery 8 or Stagg Jr. Batch 17. It is a battle of the bourbons, and we're going to find out right now. Number 1 goes to, holy cow, Bardstown Discovery 8 has taken the lead over Stagg Jr. Batch 17. Holy cow. It was not a battle. That Discovery 8 was absolutely fantastic. And as soon as I tasted it against the other 5 glasses, it was number 1 automatically. Automatically number 1. Holy cow. Was I expecting that? Not at all. Not at all was I expecting that. I was expecting at least Old Fitzgerald to come in first or Stagg Jr. to come in first. But this Bardstown Discovery 8 knocked my socks off. And you know what stinks? Can't find it here in New Jersey. So that's another bottle I won't have on the shelf for a very long time, unfortunately. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Make sure you guys are liking, commenting, and subscribing if you're brand new. The Patreon link is down below. Hopefully you guys want to join in on the fun over there. Until next time, this has been Nathan with the Everyday Drinker. Cheers.